Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Shout out to my YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook family. Right now I got a little time, so I wanted to talk about, I'm going to try to connect two things real quick because I want to talk to your young brothers a little bit. The young brothers, main reason I want to talk to young brothers because I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all older guys, y'all is stuck in your ways. When I say something, it's like, no, bro, you gotta understand this. It's like, come on, man. We all know right from wrong. So hopefully I can talk to the young brothers as you young, because it's harder to change certain ways as you get older. How you think when you 20 is not gonna be the same way when you 30, when you 40, 50, 60. Hopefully it's not. Some people it does. But through life experience, you're gonna understand something. What I wanna talk about, I wanna connect this guy named Sean McGathright, right? Into the last conversation I had about why it's important for you to have a relationship, a significant other. And don't wait until you get old and you're like, no, I can wait. Yeah, you can wait, definitely, if you need to get things together. But I would highly suggest when you're young and you're new to the world, you're optimistic, that's the best way to find somebody, because you don't want to go through certain traumas. That other person goes through traumas, and it's so hard to pair bond, right? So, who is Sean McGathright? And I'm gonna connect it with why these young brothers need to get serious with relationships with a young female. So, Sean McGathright, if you know who the artist Julio Foolio, right? Because it's been popping up online and everything. They were the 4 people who were involved in that a shooting that took out the artist Julio Foolio, right? So if you look at, let me let these people pass real quick. Anyway, let me let them pass real quick. So Sean McGathright is a young dude. He's in his early 20s, right? Him and 4 other individuals traveled an hour and a half to 2 hours to a different city with firearms that you could start a small war with, to find a particular artist and execute him, right? And they did. Now, what happens is later on, they find out that they used his grandmother's car. They have GPS tracking, cell phone positions, plus they're bragging about it on the internet. Okay. How does this connect with relationships? One thing I noticed about all 4 of those boys, because they still young men, they're not boys, they're young men coming up in the world. They're all single. Every last one of them, right? Now, why does that matter? It matters, once again, like I said before, having a woman in your life balances you, gives you a yin and yang. Reason being, when you have a significant other, they're like in your life. They know everything. They know who you know. They know your mom. They know your dad. They know your cousin. They know everything. They know how you grew up. They know how you act when you're this and this and that. I wouldn't say it would not have happened because you don't know, but I highly think if especially do Sean McGathright, right? What makes him so particularly interesting, and everyone's kind of been focused on him. I mean, he's not from the hood, he's from the suburbs. Light-skinned mixed dude, half black, half white. Parents are in the military, making good money. He's been all over the world, Paris, France, Hong Kong, been on planes, his parents, you know what I'm saying? So he comes from decent stock. And so he went to private school. So everyone's looking like, okay, we kind of get these guys, right? The dark-skinned ones. But how did you end up here, right? And if you look at it, when this happened, like he literally went to prep school, like a private school, and he got good grades. But what happened was around when he turned, I guess this is what I'm hearing, like 18, I don't know, how old is he, 22, 23? Around that age when you become an adult, you have to start making decisions for yourself, right? Your parents can't make decisions for you. And that's a hard phase to go through, especially as a young black man, because we don't have necessarily all the tools other communities have, right? Like, let's say in the Jewish community, they have like a whole program all the way till you reach 30, where you have a mentor. That's why we got to work on mentorship. But Donald Trump's president, he's gutted all these federal programs, Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers. He's been gutting all this stuff. There's no money for it. So we got to build it with our own money. That's why I say stop buying the Jordans, stop buying the Mercedes-Benz, because these young brothers out here are doing it. They killing each other. Growing up, it was the same in my generation, but now it's different because the guns are different. They're bigger, they're louder. They piercing through armored vehicles. Like, these boys is tripping. So anyway, around that period of time, because I'm an adult now. We all were, it was like a weird phase, right? And in that period of time, it's like kind of like your parents can't really do much for you. And if you don't have the right center, that's why I'm telling you, young brothers, especially in this day and age with Instagram, internet, movie, man, you got to get into that spirituality. I know it sounds corny to tell a 20-year-old, that's the last thing you're thinking. But when you look at this kid, right? He's not a kid. He's actually grown. He's grown. Well, the courts say he's grown. He's got, like, they're looking at the death penalty. He's got life. That's already going to happen. Now they're looking at if they're going to get the death penalty. But if you look at him, what I'm saying is the reason why relationships are so important, like I said, was when you have a woman who's solid in the mind too, because I'm starting to notice a lot of y'all women, y'all getting caught up in a lot of this stuff. And it's like, why are y'all girls getting into this type of stuff? This is a new phase. This is a new space now. These young people, yo, and us as older black men, we got to figure out how we can, this is the most I can do right now. I'm working on other stuff, but right now the most I can do is drop videos. And hopefully I can help somebody. But that space, and like I said, I had a conversation with another younger dude. These young brothers, they don't care about dating. They don't care for women like that. They don't care about relationships. It's all about the boys, the guys. Come on, yeah, it's the guys. It's very, and I don't mean to say this, I said it's very homo-ish. It's kind of like, why you want to be around guys all the time? And I had to really, really look at it, right? And this is what I'm going to tell the young brothers. See, the thing is, when you get into a relationship and find you a significant other, that femininity she brings into your world can help stop something like that happening to you, whether you know it or not. How, Mariah? Like I said, my personal life, at that age, I've always been interested in women. Always, and look, and a lot of women nowadays, they don't like to be asked on dates, but I'm like, hey, how you doing? Number, da-da-da. But I had a girlfriend from like 21, all to 25, which now looking back, helped me out a lot. Because, like I said, she used to be like, I don't like that friend of yours. Where are you going? Hold on, where are you at? Hey, let's do this day. No, I was gonna do this. Hey, let's go out. I don't wanna go out. Like, she's gonna balance you. Cause I guarantee you, if them 4 boys had girls, they would have been, like, if you have a girlfriend, right? As much as girls be FaceTiming, texting, and in your phone, she would have found out, like, hold on, what are y'all planning on doing? Y'all about to go unalive him? What? No, she would have, even if he didn't do it, I think even the spark in his mind of being like, oh yeah, somebody knows what we're doing. Yeah, it does look crazy. He might have thought, like, because being 20, you don't really know what the world is. You don't know what life in prison is, because you just starting life. Now they do. Now they're realizing, oh, we really did some crazy, off the wall, bat-ish. Like that. They said you drove 2 hours to another city with guns in your grandma's car. You stalked him for hours on end. checking his Instagram, this and that, following him hotel to hotel. They have all this. Then found him and shot his car up 100 times in a hotel parking lot. Bullets could have hit anything. There's people around. Then you guys jump in the car, bail out, go back. You drop the car at your grandma's house again. And then you guys go on the internet bragging, throwing up gang signs. Boy, them crackers, what? Them crackers hear that? Oh no. Because you got to understand, your jury's not going to be some guy from the neighborhood. It's going to be some white lady who's a social worker or a white dude who's an architect. They don't, when they hear that, they have, in their world, they can't even understand what that is. All they know is you took time out of your day. As people wake up and go to work every day, you guys sat down. What they're doing is what they call ideation. Like, they seeing your mind working. And with the dude Sean McGriff, then whatever his name is, what makes him so particularly unique is like, how does a kid like that turn into that? And I'm starting to notice, like I said, all of you young dudes is single with no woman around. Like, y'all not. When I was growing up, right? This is right before the internet was like, the internet is already there. I ain't saying I'm that old. I ain't that old. But our thing was girls. That was our thing. Like, girl, what? Did you see her? What's her name? Y'all boys is unaliving people. That's cool. And I keep telling y'all that this rap music, I'm being serious, this rap music is a drug to these children. These kids really think, I don't know, a kid like Sean, you can tell because he's breaking down. Oh no. And it's like, I grew up knowing guys like that. Guys who they will crash the car. Boom! Over nothing. Cold fries. What Tony Ayo said? They'll take you out for cold fries. Like, and you just looking at them like, yo, what you about to go that far right now over that? Because thank God my people prayed for me and God's blessings kept me out of harm's way. And there's been plenty of situations where it could have went bad. But like I'm saying to young brothers, y'all gotta chill out on this rap music. Instagram, that's not the real world, because I understand a lot of you are grown up in a little neighborhood. You haven't seen the world yet. So the only way you've seen the world is Instagram. We didn't have Instagram like that growing up. So we couldn't see some fine shorty all the way in Cali, then some fine shorty. It wasn't until we was older and more developed, like, oh, she on. But y'all seeing this, what they got videos, I'm 21 and I make $100,000 a year. Kai Sinet's 22 and we didn't have much of that. You just had a couple rappers, but it wasn't. So y'all growing up really thinking that's real. That's what you need to be doing. And that's the reason why I'm saying, when you connect with your soul, young, right? And your mind, soul, mind, body, flesh. Even though you might not know what you're doing, right? Even though you might not know what to do, you'll still be young, making mistakes. When you can connect with that, it'll guide you without you even knowing it. You know when your friend tripping, this man running around doing crazy stuff, and you gonna hang with him? Hang with him, but at a certain point, be like, all right, I ain't going that far. Oh, he's scared, and that's what I'm saying, but when you're in tune with yourself, you ain't gonna let that peer pressure get you. Because I don't know if he did the shooting, or he was just a driver. But they all in a boat together. Florida don't play that. Florida loved to lock a black man up. You're in the South. They love the death penalty. They want to be known for ruthlessness. You feel me? But that's the reason why, once again, I'm telling you, young brothers, y'all get to the women. See, the women are going to even you out. A young man a young man with a lot of testosterone, mind ain't there yet. What a woman does is she comes in and y'all balance each other to where she's like, don't do that. See, when you meet a woman whose mind is solid, yeah, you want to go hang out with the guy Saturday. But she's going to say, oh yeah, but we were supposed to go shopping. That's their turn up. They like to dress up, go to the store, get some, what's this? Oh, this is good. Buy some new pants or something, you know, and you're going to sit there and go, oh my God, can we leave this store? But she's helping you. She's saving you from your own self. Because you running around there with a bunch of other dudes, because that's what I'm noticing with a lot of y'all young dudes, is too many boys with boys. Come on, man. Right now, I just left the Kroger's, a young dude who's like 19, I think, out there begging for $1. I said, what? But I get it though. Because these young men, one thing I'm doing, reading this stuff, bro, I'm noticing these young brothers are angry. They angry. When I say angry, like they are angry, and I don't even know if they know it. They tripping. They just throwing their life away like, whatever. There it go. And it's like, do you know what you just did? They're like, yeah, I just went over there and shot his whole block up. Yeah. Do you know what's gonna happen when they find out? Whatever. Hey. Because now a dude like that kid, Sean McGrath, who's 20, never had a girl for nothing. Never had a girl in his life. He's never going to experience what it's like to go to American Deli and get a bad meal and complain about it. He's never going to be able to slow dance with a woman. He's never going to be able to just walk to the store. He's never going to have to change the car tire. And this is what I'm telling you, young brothers. Look at someone like Lil Durk. What happened when he got locked up? He told the judge, I'll give you everything. Just let me out. Because in life, your loved ones, memories, and time is more important than any dollar. You're going to go risk it all for money, and then when you get caught, you're willing to give all the money to get out. How about you just don't do it in the first place? And this is the last thing to the sisters, young sisters. And I don't like really talking to the sisters too much on here because I don't want to come across like that. But to the young sisters, I'm going to need y'all to start loving on these young brothers. Like, what's y'all doing? They out here, they ain't getting no love nowhere. They growing up in houses where they don't know their dad. They growing up in the houses where some are only boys in the house. It's nothing but female energy. Y'all sisters gotta like start loving these young brothers. Like, these young brothers are angry. They're not dating. They're not in relationships at all in life. And it's just like, what? So y'all young sisters, y'all gotta start dating these young brothers. I understand. Y'all expecting too much from them. These are young brothers who have been disconnected. There are systems already set up to keep them down. The number one unemployed person in America is the black youth, teenagers. You know what I mean? That's the reason why they have all these programs trying to get them summer jobs. The summer's about to happen. What you think all these black boys are gonna do? Nobody wants to hire them, right? So they just need a little love, like keep them in the house, do something, give them some reason not to. I would crash out, but tomorrow I got a date, so I got better stuff to do. You get what I'm saying? That is powerful. But if they ain't got nothing, or you broke, these young brothers don't got the same access to resources as other communities because of the war on the black man. So that's what I'm starting to notice. It's not so much the brothers don't want to date, it's that they realizing the rejection because they feel as if I don't got it. So how am I supposed to date her? She gonna want this and this and that. Then a lot of sisters, y'all want too much. Like, how did you deal with this brother? But anyway, that's what I wanted to say with relationships. Y'all young brothers, man. Oh, no, last thing. For the young brothers, there's nothing wrong with a job. Let's get that out the way. A job. I don't know where y'all, we were bad with it. But y'all think working a job is in like, oh no. Do you know how much electricians get paid? Do you know how much carpenters get paid? Plumbers, teachers, lawyers, doctors. It's not easy, but like, if you have to work McDonald's, it's okay. For some reason, y'all like, I work McDonald's. Yeah, I feel you. We gonna have to work on getting out of there. But there's as long as you can pay for yourself and pay for your way as a young man, anybody who talk bad about you is a lame. They're a bozo. If anybody plays with you because you work at a Walmart or a warehouse, or I don't even care if it's a Dairy Queen, and they tease you for that, that is a clown. Don't take their opinion serious. You work, you pay for your own stuff, you a man. That's what men, you can take care of yourself. At least start there. Then find somebody, y'all come together and grow. Because all this not working, running around robbing, he outside the Kroger asking for dollars. I'm like, man, there's a Burger King right there. Why don't you go in there and ask them for some dollars? They'll be like, all right, just show up every day. You know what I'm saying? Do some online classes, get some food, go to sleep, and get you a girl. That's one thing I'm noticing about this new generation. They do not care about women. They are like, maybe because they grew up, like I said, with their mamas and their aunties. That's another thing. Like, once again, the girl I was with last time, her mom was a lesbian. Her aunt was a lesbian, and all of that. So anyway, I gotta get out of here because it's raining crazy. But y'all young brothers, man, get a relationship, get your soul right, get to God, man, and find a job. But y'all know the slogan: chase knowledge, don't chase money. Peace, love, positivity.